So my name is Dave. I'll tell you a bit about me. I am a vegetarian. Thank you very much. I've been veggie for a while, and there's certain things that I miss, like respect. So I actually I'm trying to be vegan at the moment, because like at the start of the year, one of my mates said like you should try being vegan, give it a go. It's a lot cheaper, and it is mainly because no one wants to socialise with you anymore. And I'm not going to try and change your point of view. Like each their own. Whatever you do, you. And I'm going to be honest. I've actually found trying to be vegan quite difficult. I've found it a bit of a challenge. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think sometimes you've got to shake stuff up. Sometimes you've got to go outside of your comfort zone, do different things. There's a famous vegan phrase that you might have heard, which is, you can't make an omelette. Yeah, that's the phrase. You can't make an omelette. Mixed ability group, but that's fine. Some people at the back are looking at me like, oh God, Adam Sandler's let himself go, hasn't he? I'm glad you laughed at that. This is genuinely true, because last weekend I did some gigs in Loughborough, because my career's on fire. And it's a shithole. It's a genuine shit. It's the only place I've ever been where even the pigeons look depressed, right? It's like, genuinely, best part about it, I got the train up there and I just sat next to these two Aussie blokes, and sort of as I got off at Loughborough, I got my bag and it woke them up, and I overheard this brilliant conversation of one Aussie dude go to the other, hey dude, where are we? And he looked at the platform sign and he went, I think that's pronounced Luga Baruga. And I was like, wow! I've arrived in the Maldives of the Midlands. It's a shithole. And what genuinely was more heartbreaking is they know it's terrible as well, right? Like, I checked into my hotel. I said to the lovely receptionist, hi, my sweet, I'm here for 3 days, 2 nights. Where's good to go out around Loughborough? She said Nottingham. So that tells you everything you need to know. But in Loughborough, they hadn't heard, they didn't know the difference between vegetarian and vegan. And look, if you don't worry, I will explain. So the difference between vegetarian and vegan is that vegetarians don't eat any meat, whereas vegans don't eat any meat or use any animal products. That's the difference. So as a vegan, I can never use any animal products, which is why I can never use a zebra crossing. It's dangerous. I'm not allowed to collect nectar points, and I had to give up support in West Ham. So it's not all bad news. Bunter! Now, that's me trying to be a lad, because I know there's an army guy in. The campest looking army man I've ever... I've seen websites with army guys like you on it, mate, you know what I mean? I don't want to... I realise I'm not an alpha male, but I also realise I don't shave my chest. So that's the... I'm not having a go. But yeah, I'm doing the vegan thing for a couple of different reasons. Firstly, because when I was growing up, my dad was a vet who specialised in looking after really sick animals, like really properly sick animals, by which I mean he was a butcher. They don't laugh like that in North London. Like, oh, it hurt me in the soul. But I'm also doing the vegan thing as well, because my partner is vegan, and she's called... she. Mental, innit, mate? You know what I mean? I'm as surprised as you. So's my boyfriend. But yeah, she's called Una, and she's Irish, so that's spelled OONAXTTJ / the winky emoji, the Batman symbol, and then the transient concept of hope. And I don't get excited as well. Like, she's not like the like, she's not the fun Irish. You know what I mean? Because there are two types of Irish. You've got the fun, like, oh, tiddly tom tom tea. She's not that, you know what I mean? She's like the other, like the scary, like the angry, sort of like, yeah. You're like, Jesus Christ. That's what we call the withdrawal method. Yeah, she's from Northern Ireland. No one's in from Northern Ireland, are they? Yay, let's turn this gig into a hate crime. Let's talk about those fuckers. Comedy Unleashed. But yeah, so that was a reference none of you got. That's fine. If anything, it makes me happier. Again, another in-joke for me and Meryl. Now, so she's from Northern Ireland, and I love the Northern Irish accent. I think it's fun, because she's from this place, right, called Armagh, where she pronounced it. It's a mental accent. We've been together 7.5 years. I haven't understood a single word she's ever said, right? She just goes down the house, killed him. So I had to spend Christmas with her family. It's like hanging out with seal pups. Like, I didn't know that. I was like, who invited Pingu, right? Don't worry, this bit isn't racist because she's white. I genuinely only joke because I honestly love... I genuinely love Northern Ireland. It's a brilliant place. If you haven't been, especially Belfast, oh my God, capital of Northern Ireland, beautiful. Great people, great city, great culture, great crack, great heroin. It's got so much stuff. But one of the things that I love so much, and this is genuinely true, and you can Google this, Belfast, right, the capital of Northern Ireland, has the largest Titanic memorial museum in the world, which in 2012 had to close down due to flood damage, right? What a place! And we've been together a while, because I'm going to be 50 in 18 years' time, so... It's just how time works, really. We can't, me and Una can't have any kids because Una's got a medical condition which means that we're not allowed to have kids, and that medical condition is that she fucking hates them. And what's worse about that is I do kids shows, right? And I've got to leave you with this, because whenever I do kids shows, I always like get a kid on stage, they'll tell their jokes, everyone claps. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Now, I was doing the Leicester Square Theatre, not last Christmas, but the Christmas before. Got this little girl on stage, right? She was 7 years old, she's called Matilda. Now, she started telling this joke. If you know the punchline to this joke, please shout it out. And shout it out loud, right? The joke she started telling was, why does Santa not have any children? Well done. Who was that? Well done, my friend. Let's give that man a round of applause. There is a topper to that. If you didn't hear, Santa doesn't have any children because he only comes once a year, and that's down the chimney, right? That's the... I don't know if you knew this, there's actually two answers to that joke. I found this out over lockdown. I was doing like one of those online Zoom gigs, and I said, does anyone know why Santa doesn't have any children? And some old dude took himself off mute, and he went... Is it because he empties his sack at the bottom of children's beds? So I was like, oh! I said, look, this is the last PTA I'm ever doing. Now, I never heard that joke before, so I didn't know what was happening. So I got this little girl on stage. She stood there. I was like, you going to tell your joke? She was like, yeah. She stood there, 250 people in the room. She stood centre stage. She went, why does Santa not have any children, right? And then a voice in the back of the room, like, presumably her dad, just went, no! Ran and swept her off stage, right? I didn't know what was going on. I just saw a 7-year-old ask a question and get fucking abducted. Right? Kids are crying, screaming. Someone smashed the glass. I had to say something to save it. I said the first thing that came to my mind, which happened to be, kids, don't worry. Santa's not even real. And didn't save the gig. You've got a great headliner. I'm going to fuck off. Have a great evening. I've been Chawner. Thank you. Goodbye.